बेशर्मी मौत का है सामान किया, तेरी मौत का है सामान किया। मेरे एक बान के छुटते ही निकलेंगे तेरे प्राण अभी, निकलेंगे तेरे प्राण अभी। तेरे दसों शीश इस धरती पे लुढ़केंगे गेंद समान अभी, लुढ़केंगे गेंद समान अभी। रघुवर के गुण गावे रे हम, रघुवर के गुण गावे रे।
ओ रघुवर के गुण गावे रे
हम रघुवर के गुण गावे रे, हम रघुवर के गुण गावे रे। क्यों मुझे डराओ रामचंद्र, परवाह नहीं मुझे जान की। मेरी जान में जब तक जान है, मेरी ही रहेगी जान की। होशियार खबरदार, होशियार खबरदार। बोलो सियापति रामचंद्र की।
Rock of ages cleft for me, let me hide myself in thee. Let the water and the blood from thy wounded side which flowed be of sin the double cure. Save from wrath and make me pure. Could my tears forever flow? Could my zeal no longer know? These for sin could not atone. Thou must save, and thou alone. In my hand no price I bring, simply to thy cross I cling. While I draw this fleeting breath, when my eyes shall close in death, when I rise to worlds unknown and behold thee on thy throne, rock of ages cleft for me, let me hide myself in thee.
Fun at the mentor meet, so we can talk about that later on. So let's get this evening started. And today we have some very wonderful talks that are going to be presented. So maybe we can get started with Manish. So Manish is our Executive Director of San Diego Indian American Society. Can we have some noise for him, please? Yeah.
I think let's have a bigger applause for all the students. Thank you for making it. Do I need to talk here? Okay. Well, welcome everyone. Hello students, families, friends and supporters, member of the SDIAS board. We have a number of members. Can you please raise your hands, people on the SDIAS board who are here? I see Vinu. Okay. Without all of these people, this event would not have been possible. So on behalf of the board of the San Diego Indian American Society, welcome to the 43rd Annual Mahatma Gandhi Memorial Lecture and Award Ceremony. And we also want to thank University of San Diego and their staff for helping host this event on this beautiful campus. So thank you, everyone. And, yeah. So as you get back there, just our mission statement in a nutshell, it's really at core what we are is about demonstrating the contributions and strength of America's diversity through engagement with our community. And we do this in 3 ways: through the educational scholarships that you're all part of, by spreading Mahatma Gandhi's values within their community, and a lot of your essays and stuff, we try to get you to think about it as to how you can apply, those principles from the 30s and 40s into present day. And Dr. Fetterman is going to tie us up very much, as her talk could be also christened as Mahatma Gandhi in 2026. Thank you. And we also have some Festival of Lights that we do, which is sharing India's rich cultural heritage in a harmonious manner. So founded in 1984, our founder, Dr. Madhwan, with the goal of raising $25,000. And he got a few Indians of means in the community back then to raise the $25,000. And to date, we have given approximately $1.5 million in scholarships to over 600 students. So it's a long way. The scholarships that you're all very well aware, our core mission at the root of what we do is to contribute back to the society that has provided us with this opportunity to grow and succeed. And we do this through the educational scholarships to San Diego students. So thank you for helping us achieve our mission, and hope some support to you guys. The annual Mahatma Gandhi Memorial Lecture, now in its 43rd year, is our capstone event to celebrate the achievements of the students and to remember the timeless values espoused by Mahatma Gandhi that can make both our individual lives and society a better place to live in. The inaugural lecture was given by Dr. Jonas Salk in 1984, and today we're honored to have Dr. Sarah Federman join the distinguished luminaries of past lecturers. The voices of students acknowledging this event is always very gratifying for everyone involved, the volunteers, donors, and board members. That really is what keeps us going. So thank you. We do periodically present the SDIAS Chakra Award to outstanding personalities for their contributions to betterment of humankind. And here are a list of the people who have received till date. In addition to this annual award ceremony and lecture, we organize a number of cultural events to share India's rich cultural heritage in a harmonious manner at Balboa Park. Finally, thanks to our donors, this would not be possible to fulfill our mission without the generosity of our donors and volunteers. Thanks to the generosity of their time and money, this year we're able to award approximately $100,000 in scholarships to 48 students of diverse backgrounds. Before I introduce our chief guest, Dr. Jai Bhagat, please join me in viewing a short video about San Diego Indian American Society.
How do you make Mahatma Gandhi relevant to youth? How do you give back to a community that fostered you? How do you bring a slice of your motherland to your adopted land? All this and more is what the San Diego Indian American Society, or SDIAS, stands for. The vision of a few good men and women to create a legacy that has stood the test of time. A genuine vision to give back to San Diego, to support the local community irrespective of color or creed, to spread the message of Mahatma Gandhi, to empower youth to understand and imbibe, to celebrate the spirit of India in one's adopted land and help local communities understand Indian culture better. This story began in 1984 when a few Indian Americans came together to create a platform to help youth from local communities gain better education through scholarships.
One fine evening when we were having a dinner in my friend's house, I said, I want to collect $25,000. 5-6 people said, we will give you 1,000 or 2,000. $10,000 came. Then another fellow was sitting there telling me, Madhu, I will give you 10% of that if you collect 90% of the money. I said, Manek, you got a deal. So next day I started calling people and told them. Then people started giving 1,000 or 500 or 100 or something like that. And we still had to get $5,000 more. Then the meeting was over. One of my friends came. He said, Dr. Madhavan, I'm sorry I'm late for the meeting. And what is it I can do? He said, you can do something. What you can do is, you can give us $5,000 that is remaining to be connected. All right, I will give you 5,000. He asked his sister to write a check and give it there. So we had commitment for $25,000. That is how we started the San Diego Indian American Society to fund some scholarship for about 10 students at the maximum of $500 each.
What began as a corpus of $25,000 raised with intense efforts has today transformed to over $1 million, with another $1 million disbursed as scholarships.
So when I was in San Diego, when I became a full professor and other things, I was just thinking, what is that I can do which would bring the two cultures together and also make people of my origin contribute to United States. The best thing to do would be to start something where we can contribute to the students in San Diego, irrespective of their origin. This is the first time any Indian American community did something like that. So we have been doing it for 40 years, continuously.
SDIAS has 4 major activities: scholarships, lectures, cultural events, awards. All the 4 objectives are achieved by fostering fellowship among the Indian origin community in San Diego.
In 2023, through the generosity and willingness of our donors and supporters, we were able to establish 3 new programs supporting causes in India. These contributions will add an additional $20,000 to SDIAS's annual scholarship awards of $100,000.
Be part of the vision that has empowered youth through scholarships, enriched our community with cultural events, and spread the timeless values of Mahatma Gandhi.
Some people have time to give, some people have skills to give, and others have funds to give. I have had so many donors express their sense of gratitude for the opportunity of being involved in interviewing students, understanding the need, and firsthand seeing the difference that donations are making in the lives of students.
Whether you want to contribute, volunteer, or simply learn more, together we can keep this legacy alive and thriving.
It's not that what we do. It is a philosophy that they believe is worth perpetuating.
Now, please join me in welcoming event chair, Dr. Jai Bhagat, a longtime pioneer and entrepreneur in paging and cellular communication. Dr. Bhagat was inducted into the Wireless Hall of Fame in 2002. His other industry awards include the PCIA Chairman's Award for significant contributions to the development of the wireless industry, the Radio Club Sarnoff Citation, PCIA's Technology and Innovation of the Year, and RCR's Personality of the Year. Dr. Bhagat has served on the board of directors or as advisor to several companies in the wireless and wireless healthcare sectors. Dr. Bhagat is currently the president of TIE San Diego, which fosters entrepreneurs through mentoring, funding, networking, and education. Dr. Jai Bhagat.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Wireless History Foundation is proud to present the 24 current members of the Wireless Hall of Fame.
Well,
Edwin Armstrong,
I don't know
an
if
electrical
I-
engineer who invented the regenerative circuit in 1912 while still a college student. Armstrong went on to invent frequency modulation technology. He's considered the father of FM radio. Jay Baggett, a pioneer in nationwide messaging and cellular technology. Baggett was co-founder and CEO of SkyTel Communications and chairman of American Mobile Satellite Corporation.
thank you, Manish. Thank you, Lata, and Dr. Vinu Prabhakar there. And I would like to recognize my wife, about 54 years, Jackie. Wow, please. Well, she had to put up with me. Well, I was talking to Lata yesterday, what should I speak on? I'm not any expert in teachings of Mahatma Gandhi. Probably I'll have to go to ChatGPT and read something. I didn't want to do that. She said, no, what I want you to do is talk about your personal journey, which makes it much easier, so I don't have to use any notes or much notes here. So I came as an immigrant to this country when I was 22 years old, when I graduated from India with the engineering degree, landed up in DC, practically with no money. So I stayed with some friends, and they helped me, paid for my rent, got me a room in the downtown DC, DuPont Circle, if you know DC, and put my luggage over there. I said, oh, I need to go look for a job. So I went around looking for jobs, looking for something, see a cafe there, it says, help needed. So I go in there, I say, need a job. He said, yeah, we got a better job. So this is my first week in the US. I got a job as a waiter. So I got a job as a waiter. Now there's a problem. I was not familiar with the food. So I go take order, somebody says BLT. I said, what the hell is BIT? So when the order would come in, cook will put it on the shelf, and I didn't know which one is my order. So he will shout at me, hey, your BLT is here. And also when you come in, you not familiar, I was taking the order, the fellow says, hold the onion. I said, what does he want me to hold the onion? I think the point is, don't be afraid. Just jump in. You'll make your way out. And, that's what I did. I started out there working day and night. I worked sometimes in the summertime, 16 hours, 2 shifts a day. During school time, I used to work and then go to school in the evening. So I did my master's. And from there, I did a lot of hard work. I did busboy, I did waiter, I did bellboy, and I drove taxi while going to school. That sent me to school, and I got my first job with the telecommunication law firm in Washington, D.C., from a passenger who I had picked up from the airport. Wow. So you never know what opens up your luck. From there, I went on to the wireless industry side, became a consultant, worked with the company, then ended up with a company in Jackson, Mississippi. That company was a pioneer in the paging technology. I joined there as a director of engineering. In 6 months, I was the vice president. And basically I moved up in the organization then to the vice chairperson. So I was very instrumental in that company, in MCCA, in working with the US government, federal government, our legislatures in creation of the cellular industry. I was the chairperson of the US wireless industry and also headed up the legislative and regulatory affairs for the cellular implementation in the US. I was involved in overall rulemaking on the structure of cellular industry. And we were lucky. We worked very hard. My company was able to get cellular license for Los Angeles, which is a crown market, and Houston from the FCC. So we sold the company to Bell South. Then my chairman and myself, we co-founded another company called SkyTel. Maybe some of you, not younger people, some of you, maybe 50 or over, may know about SkyTel. We were the messaging company. We were the first one to bring text messaging to the world. And if you see, everybody using text messaging, kind of you think about, we did that in '95. And we built up the company with the national messaging. We had all government agencies were our customers, including the President Bill Clinton and Al Gore. And we sold the company to MCI WorldCom for $1.9 billion. SkyTel was obviously a co-founder, but there's a sad story also. There's a lesson to be learned, the young people. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. I had all my investment in SkyTel, and the transaction with MCI WorldCom was a stock transaction. Right after I sold the company, the bad news came out about MCI WorldCom fraud, like similar to Enron. And stock started dropping, big time. And I was not able to sell it because I was under the restriction that I couldn't sell my stock for 6 months still, or at least till the MCI WorldCom had reported the first quarter earning. So I lost it. So it was 1.9. It was not 1.9. It was a public company, so I had the equity in the company. And so, you do good, then bad things can happen too. So I was also lucky to get some recognitions. We mentioned the Wireless Hall of Fame. I was given an award by Vice President Gore for a lifetime contribution to the U.S. wireless industry, and I was also named the Man of the Year in the U.S. wireless industry by our trade association. So I'd like to leave a message here for the young people here. I shared this story not because of the accomplishments, because of the lesson behind it. To all the students here today, never let your current circumstances define your future. I think I saw something like that on the screen when I walked in. Where you start doesn't determine you will end up. With hard work, education, and belief in yourself, you can achieve anything you want. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Again, I'm back. Okay. Now it's my honor to introduce Dr. Sarah Federman. Dr. Sarah Federman is an associate professor of conflict resolution at the University of San Diego's Kroc School of Peace Studies. She's also the author of award-winning Transformative Negotiation: Strategies for Everyday Change and Equitable Futures. Her forthcoming book, Corporate Reckoning: How Businesses Can Address Historic Wrongs, builds on her Harvard Business Review article and her TEDx talk selected by TED for global distribution, as well as her 2 congressional testimonies concerning the responsibility of U.S. banks to respond to slavery ties. In addition to teaching a variety of classes at Kroc, she has been a frequent instructor at the Department of State's Foreign Service Institute, where she trained future diplomats. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Sarah Federman.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Before I dive into my Gandhi 2026, I just want to welcome you to this school that you found yourself in. I know some of you were trying to figure out 555 Marion Way, and then this building is completely confusing. And I agree, 4 years, I still get lost in it. But I'm still very fortunate to be a professor at the school here, and honored to be part of this program today and getting to know some of what you've all accomplished. Just to tell you a little bit about the school, I'm going to start by asking a question that seems a little bit off topic. Has anyone in here not eaten at McDonald's? Oh my God, I didn't expect it would be everybody. That's amazing. Okay, well, Roy Kroc, some of you may know that name, he turned a single burger road stop into a business that now serves 1 billion a day. An astonishing accomplishment. When he died, he left his fortune to his wife, Joan Kroc. You can see a portrait of her by the elevator. Some of you may have come up and seen this woman staring at you. That's who that is. And she, as the story goes, she went to a talk like this about nuclear war, and it freaked her out. And so she decided that she wanted to build a school of peace studies and build this wonderful building. So that's why we exist as a school and as an institute. And she also made a program at Notre Dame. So thank you for this building and this institute where we educate and encourage aspirations of people like you who care about themselves, but also other humans and animals and ecosystems, and really support that. Our master's students here, they get degrees in restorative justice. We have social innovation, a master's in peace and justice. Then we have these interesting students who do both law and peace. And they have to go between the law school environment and the peace environment, and they get a lot of whiplash. They often don't know what to do with that really different environment and conflict resolution. But what they all have in common is that we're really focusing on teaching students how to handle contradictory ideas and feelings, which it's been a struggle these days in our larger world. So for example, I admire what Roy Kroc created in creating McDonald's. Holy cow, what brand success, right? And being able to make that happen. And I appreciate Joan, Kroc, for giving us this school. At the same time, I can also recognize that McDonald's as a corporation might have a lot to reckon with in terms of its impact on people's health, right? And animal suffering in factory farming and its impact on the planet. But that all can be true, right? We can be amazed by what Roy Kroc accomplished and say, oh, I don't know, what's gonna be sort of the imprint of this company long term? So this is sort of a segue into my talk in this area that I have fallen into after a corporate career. We didn't mention that, but I had a corporate career first, which I also very much enjoyed. I'm used to teaching where I now talk to you rather than talk at you, so I'm like, oh, wait, I'm supposed to keep talking. But I'd really love to talk with you more, but I want to, can you hear me if I move, or is the mic better? It's okay? Okay, I won't walk in front of you all, but, there's a hat. Oh, right, I work here. You'd think I would know this. Okay, let's see if that works. Yeah, perfect. So this book, Corporate Reckoning, which just came out, I start by talking about how when my dad died in 2017, I found this box of stickers that I had collected from his South Africa trips. He used to go to South Africa in the 80s for business. But at the same time, my mom was handing me this book, Kaffir Boy, which was about apartheid, life under apartheid. My father had this media company that had an office in South Africa, so he would take these frequent trips back and forth. And that was just always part of our life. But as this was going on, there were boycotts against apartheid. And then there was actually a law in the United States that said you can't do business in South Africa. There were sanctions, right? You can't do business in South Africa. But my father had operated his business through his London office. So he wasn't doing anything illegal, but I was like, I'm in high school and I'm starting to learn about this. I'm like, how is that possible? Is it good? It's legal what you're doing, but should you be doing that? But our family finances were really tied to South Africa. As much as he was very supportive of Mandela, this is this incredible line of people lining up to vote the day that Mandela was elected. So I was there just a week before that, but these lines are just so inspiring, seeing people participate on that level. But I ended up joining the family advertising business years later with that sort of uncomfortable history in the back of my mind. I worked in this company and worked with all of these different companies through them, which was fascinating, traveled all around the world.
until they sent me to Paris to work at a company we had there, and I saw my name on a Holocaust memorial wall. And it freaked me out. It wasn't me. I wasn't deported in the Holocaust, obviously, but it was a girl who was 16. And it got me really interested in the role of trains, actually, in the Holocaust, and businesses that participated in these histories. You know, I know we always talk about governments and what individual people did, but what about businesses? And I went on this 11-year journey that led to this book about the role of the French National Railways. If you've been to France, you've been on the SNCF. That's sort of the McDonald's of France. And so I studied what they did in the Holocaust and how they tried to make amends in the aftermath. When I went to grad school, though, because I got really interested in this topic and I studied war and peace, we talked about political leaders and rebel groups and victims and humanitarian aid, but we never talked about businesses. But I just come from Manhattan and this big business world. I'm like, how are we going to talk about war and peace and government and not talk about business? So that became my interest. You know, even if you look at the slave trade isn't just about laws and government policy, and right, there were shipping companies. There was a lot of banking companies and a lot of ancillary industries that were participating in slavery to make it happen. The whole, actually, investment banking grew out of plantation agriculture. This was one of my big epiphanies I discovered while I was working in Baltimore, that they needed a lot of money for plantation agriculture, and the banking system didn't allow for it, so they created investment banking to fund plantation agriculture. So that's where its roots are. And these are some companies that have histories that connected to the transatlantic slave trade. These are like all brands that like many of them may be familiar to you. And some of them have responded in various ways to these ties. Brown Brothers Harriman, Lloyd's of London, Brown Brothers Harriman is a wealth management, Lloyd's of London is an insurance company, Aetna, some of you may know their ads, may have seen them. They provided insurance on slaves. But so there's these different histories that I became interested in. But this was my conclusion after like years of studying this, is like, wait a minute, you can't have any mass atrocity without corporate participation, because who makes things happen? We need businesses, like they're organized. It doesn't mean that every business is committing mass atrocity, I wanna be clear. I just wanna say that there's nothing that humans inflict on a mass scale that can happen without business participation. I mean, many brands profited from the Nazi agenda, right? These are just a few, right, that were part of those history. Not that actor or model that's standing there. Hugo Boss wasn't quite as handsome, but he was a Nazi. Yeah, so, you know, these Fanta's history is that it was called Fantasie, and it was the soda created to give the Nazis something to drink. So just like, that's just like a creepy history. I don't know if you wanna, like, what you do with that today, but just to show that these brands, like, are connected and they have legacies and past. Some of these brands are much better today. Some of them, they're still a little questionable. But what's so interesting about this is this question of reckoning. Like, how do we reckon with these histories comes up, we get talk about it, and then it sort of goes away. I don't know if some of you remember, like after George Floyd's murder, there was a lot of talk about reckoning with slavery in the United States. In the 90s, there was a lot of talk about reckoning for the Holocaust. And then it sort of like goes away, and then it's sort of like, and now it doesn't feel like a moment of reckoning, it feels like a moment of impunity. But there are still companies, I just spent this past semester working with a bourbon company that was trying to understand their slavery ties and sort of how to respond to that history as well. But some of these lawsuits are still going on. What was interesting for South Africa, given my family's connection, with South Africa, was that when the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, they had a truth commission after apartheid ended to just sort of talk about what had happened, who was involved, and they said, which is what I thought, that business was central to holding it up. Like, apartheid could not have continued if banks and media companies had said, like, no, we're not gonna operate in this. You know, so it is important to think about the role of business, because who knows what jobs you're gonna have and what sort of questions, you know, decisions the company will make, and that you can actually help the company not go in those directions. You know, the people who ended up running these companies that had a role in slavery and in the Holocaust and other genocides around the world, Indonesia and others, and in Rwanda, they didn't expect to do that. They didn't go into business to commit these things. They just found themselves there. So, and young people too. So you might not know, like all of a sudden, find yourself young, at the helm. So this is what I've become interested in, is this question of how institutions look back on their histories. Like, I don't know, the Kroc School or money from McDonald's, I don't know. Should we do something about that? I don't know. It's a question though to live into and say, well, how can we transmute some of that? This is symbol as the Sankofa. Some of you might recognize it from Ghana, but it's the idea of it's okay to look back and get something that you've forgotten. We're in a very forward-looking era, and a very now-oriented era, but it is okay to get some wisdom that we've forgotten. And these are some institutions that are doing this work, that are looking back at their histories and trying to make things right. And some of them do it really well. Some are, it's difficult to do because it's irreparable harm. You can't go, once somebody has taken your parents on a train and murdered them, it's like, you can't fix that. But you can address it in other ways. And so companies and institutions are doing that. So the book that I wrote, it's sort of a strange thing for someone in a peace school to write to executives and say, by the way, or if you're heading an institution that has creepy histories or like dark chapters, this is how you can respond. So I won't go into them here, but that's what the book talks about. And I just did a training with a number of museum employees whose museums have these dark, difficult histories. Museums have donors, like the Sacklers and Purdue Pharma, really complicated past there. They get these collections in really questionable ways sometimes, historically. So they have, sometimes their buildings are on top of like ceremonial grounds. Like there's all kinds of problems institutions have with these pasts. But we can do things to do it. So you have to do an independent study of your past. If I were to write autobiography about myself, it would be really different than if you all wrote it, right? You go talk to my ex-boyfriends and you're gonna write a very different biography than I would write, right? So you study your history. So these are examples. I see some of you are going off to Harvard and Yale, so they've done really great work and are doing really great work on their histories. Then you can make statements, publicly, like, what did you do? Like, just say, like, what was your company's role? Lloyd's of London has a really great statement. Brown Brothers Harriman, a really beautiful statement to acknowledge what the harm was. And then engage with infected parties. So this studying of the train company led me to interview 100 Holocaust survivors, which was more than I had anticipated. But so many wanted to talk. But I asked them, like, well, what do you want from the train company that deported you or your parents or your family? Like, what do you want? And what does justice mean to you? And it was so interesting to hear that people have really different things that they want. But when you're trying to reckon with these difficult histories, you have to make space for just difficult conversations and people wanting different things. But it was such meaningful work. Like most of these people that I have since passed away, but I felt like I had 100 grandparents all of a sudden, passing on this wisdom that they had learned. And I guess this, so this is the Gandhian part of it in a way too, but it's about really responding in a restorative way. The United States has a very litigious culture. So we sue. Sue. But I'm talking about, well, you can sue a company for participating in these histories and get some money that goes to some victims perhaps, but they might not change their behavior. They might not use that money or use the money in really meaningful ways. So I really talk about how do you develop meaningful responses. So The Guardian, I don't know if anyone knows The Guardian, the newspaper, but they have developed a 10-year team that's working right now on how to respond to their slavery ties. Everything from giving scholarships to Black journalists, to doing better reporting in the Caribbean, and trying to find ways to reduce discrimination in the present. And Yale University was super interesting. They were studying their slavery ties and then sharing what they found with the New Haven Black descendants, and then working together on how they were going to respond to their history and their impact on New Haven. And so it was really meaningful. They do all these trainings, and they're working. And so if anyone ends up going there, do take a look at what they're right in the middle of this now. So it's an exciting time. And incidentally, Yale brought its entire board to the Legacy of Slavery Museum. Has anyone heard of that? It's in Montgomery, Alabama. It's an astonishingly powerful museum, so that they would understand, why would you do this work? And they had no backlash. They brought them there, and the alumni and everyone has been very supportive. And then you also have to reform your ethos going forward, because if you just pay the bill for the atrocity and then do it again, what have you learned? I won't go into it, but like, if you want to ask me later, there are certain companies that like, they were part of slavery, they're part of the Holocaust, they're part of apartheid, and like now they're into all other stuff. Like now they're using Uyghur detention camps. Like it's just like they go on and they haven't quite righted themselves. So I think it's really important that when we're thinking about addressing these legacies, of course we want to address where we're going, being forward-looking as well. And of course, if you start talking about this, and I'm sure many of you are thinking, yeah, but what about all the companies doing horrible things today, right? Right? But I have found that when I talk about the past, it's almost easier than going straight to the present. Because if we talk about the legacies, it's like, well, gee, what are we doing now that we're going to be judged for? What are we not stepping up and doing? And by doing the reckoning work, along with being in the present, that's always top of mind because we are leaving a legacy, right? And this is what Gandhi was talking about, right? Like, what do we want to be remembered for? So we're all part of these companies. I was thinking I'm probably wearing 15 brands right now, right? And I don't know the supply chain of everything I'm wearing. I try to, but it's very difficult. My ethical company was just bought by a very unethical company. So now, like, Shein just bought Everlane. Anyway, the conundrums. But right now, corporations are outsizing countries. So Exxon is bigger than 176 countries when you compare GDP to revenue. Walmart is bigger than Peru. And they lobby for rights. They don't lobby for obligations. So I met someone who wrote a whole book on Exxon, and he said they make their own rules. Like nobody tells them what to do, pretty much, because they are so big. And I wrote influence diplomacy, but you might say control a lot of diplomacy at this point. And they're involved in all stages of conflict. So if you're saying like, well, I'm gonna go into the corporate sector, I'm not doing peace building work, it's like, no, sorry. Like, you're really more important than you know, and maybe even more powerful than someone doing peace building work directly. And I thought when I came in, this was peace building, like this kind of thing. I have my little peace sign ring. I love the whole hippie thing. That's like so me. But I've realized that it's sort of this, you know, that all of these brands are really part of this conversation and really how to call them in. And yeah, that's what I wanted to say about that, but to say like, wherever you go, you are important. You are helping determine where our society goes. As college students too, I mean, college students, when you look at what they protested for over history, they've often been right when we were studying that this semester. So thank you for your attention, and I look forward to talking to you more over the break.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sarah Federman. That was very inspiring, yet very troubling, if you know what I mean. There's so much we need to do, especially today, right? So I think what she's telling you is each one of you need to get up and get that spirit of fighting back for what's right? So yeah, I think it's up to each one of us. Thank you so very much. It was really inspiring. So we now get started with our presentation of the Scholarship Awards. And what I'd like to do is of all the college-bound students, scholars who are there, please line up on this, on that side, I'm sorry. Yes, and you can see Devang over there. So all college-bound students, please line up. Right after that would be all the AVID students. So please line up quickly. Right after, so college-bound, AVID, and then we'll have the San Diego City College students lining up. So, so here is college bound. So this is here, what we have here. Are we all lined up? This is all college bound in the right order, right? So, call out the name? Yes. Do you want to call it? Here. Yes. Yes, Jai will be giving out. Jai, would you do us the honor of giving out the scholarships? We can, beyond fan? Should we just move back in the audience? Sure, sure. We'll be having the pictures here soon. Beyond fan? Can we have Jayla Baker? Please come on. Yeah, please come on. After Jayla, we have Anthony Sharp. You can come over here. Yeah, yeah. You just stand. We have Anthony Sharp. Ebenezer Chan. Bryce McCaig. Brandon Robert Balderas. Livia Marcial. That's all the college bar, am I right? Okay. We now start with the next set. These are all the AVID students. For those of you unaware of this, this is advancement via individual determination. These students have gone through so much to get there. Please give them a big round of applause. The first person, Sarah Musa. Oh, here we are. Sarah Musa. You might want to take a picture. Yeah, here. Jaina Ibrahim.
Our next awardee is Drain Minavi. She'll be attending UCSD. Our next awardee is Brianna Torres Cabrera. She'll be attending UC Berkeley. Our next awardee is Lion Askuti. Next awardee would be Estefania Padilla. She will be attending UC Davis. Our next awardee is Yamilet Villarreal. She'll be attending California Episcopal. So our final awardee is Pablo Avalos. He'll be attending Yale University. Nice to see you.
Thank you very much. Can you have a big round of applause for May I call on Manish, please?
I just wanted to add that this year we had 40 students competing for this award. I wish we could have given scholarships to all 40, but limitation of funds made it limit to 8 students. I hope that we can expand this award in future years. Thank you.
Okay, next we have the city colleges. The first city colleges should be called upon. We have the San Diego City College, Abdullah Firman. Ahmad Hamid. Oh, he's right here. Alexander Lopez. Alina. Ruth Derice. After Ruth, we have Desmond. Ruth Derice. Desmond's next. Oh, Ruth Derice. Oh. Okay. Oh. Oh. Aha. The next one?
Yes. Oh, no, Alina.
Alina?
Yeah.
All right. I can get that. Alina Diaz? Sorry about that. Desmond Miller? Olha Kowalczyk? Danica Carbajal? Fatima Kalanajad? Is Yaretsi here? There she is. Crystal Suarez. Mercedes Anderson. Kateson. Lovetta. So big round of applause for SECCD scholars. Way to go. We next have the Southwestern Colleges. And there you have it. It's you, yes. Just bear with us. Oh, it's just a couple of them here, I guess, so. Oh, one, okay. Denise Bishop is here. Yes, Denise. Is Dulcie here? Dulcie's not here. Okay, and then so now we get started with the Grossmont Community College scholarships. All of you, I hope you're here. Ah, there you are. Okay. Lackland Dower. Cecile Bayard. There you are. Oh, this is the wrong one. Cecile Bayard. Sorry, there's a little bit of confusion. I'm so sorry. That helps, taking French, right? Yeah. Sorry, we got to the bottom, I guess. Do we have? I'm sorry. We just wanted you on the stage a whole lot longer. That's what it was. Okay. Cecile.
You're in a non-coming pile.
No, it's over. This is over. Yeah, this was, yeah, that's one missing. Oh, well, we'll find yours. I think you should get Ahmed's and we'll get you the right one very soon. Yes, the one is missing.
For the picture.
Yeah. So we'll get you the right one. Tiffany's here? Okay. Yeah, that's a little, Tiffany's here. Tiffany Campbell. Is Ashlyn here? There you go. A couple of others are going to be here. Is Saul here by any chance? No. He was going to be here for the mentorship, but probably not. So that kind of is done. We are done with all the scholarships. I think if you hear the stories of each of these students, you'd be just astonished and in total awe, because I am here after you. A big round of applause for a wonderful, amazing scholarship. The families and the friends who build a network for these students. You've done an awesome job. You should be so proud of these students. We are. So thank you very much. So can we, yeah, you can go sit down. I think we'll be, yeah, maybe a quick one. So can we just come a little closer? Ramesh, would you be able to come up forward? Sabod, Manish, please. Any of the other board members, can you come forward? You need to go a little bit. You will sit. Let's make some space here for the guests of honor. Ramesh, you're a little shorter, so can you have me go up a little bit forward? Any others so short? Me. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. There you are. There you are. So please. Any other board members who have to join? Actually, do you think some of us can sit down maybe? Yeah, because these guys. Okay. Yes. Brandon Balderas, are you here, sir? Can you come up? Would you be okay with reading it up front? Are you okay with that?
Am I reading my whole essay?
Just one. Do you want to read one?
Oh, anyone? Oh, yeah. Is it mine or anyone?
This is no, yours. Since we want to do one or two. Just choose one. This one maybe?
That's the best one. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll read that one.
So yeah. You choose whichever. So we have Brandon Balderas, or if you wanted the second one, go ahead. Here's, you have the
Choose one
stage.
of those, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm just gonna read my essay. Okay, so, sorry, my voice is a bit gone, so if I...
Yeah, come a little bit closer.
Oh, okay.
You can pick up the mic.
Oh. Okay. All right. Hello, everyone. Just gonna be reading one of my essays. Here you go. Okay. Leadership has been everywhere in my life since my mom's health's been downhill. My mom has gradually been getting sicker for the last 4 years. Ever since that time, I have had to take charge of my family. It's just me, my 4-year-old brother, and my mom in our little circle that have suffered so much since my mom became sick and became disabled. A major effect of her sickness was that during COVID, my mom didn't make any money. So during that time, I went out to make extra money to help pay for food and my little brother's baby formula. At that time, my mom had kidney failure, and 3 years later, the kidney failure got worse, and she had to start dialysis. I got a job to support myself and even more to support my family. I paid for my own gas, food, phone bill, and more as a teen while taking care of my mom and my brother. The leadership I'm talking about does not revolve around school, but towards the path of survival during my teenage years. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I had to sacrifice my teenage years to take care of my family. Through these problems, I always wanted to make my mom proud by doing well in school. I took pride in leadership to be the best son my mom would ever have by going to a good school and finding a good career. I wish to make lots of money in my career to take care of my mom and my brother. I have no idea when my mom is going to get a kidney to get rid of dialysis, but I can't stand and wait until she does. I must continue to take a stand and be a good child.
Can I have Sarah Musa on the stage?
Hello everyone, my name is Sarah Musa. I was born in a country that I have no memories of. I was a refugee from Iraq at 7 months old, causing me to base my memories on the stories of my grandmother. However, instead of lighthearted stories about the family growing up, she would describe bombings, complain about Saddam Hussein, or explain her escape from persecution. Her stories had left me with one lingering question. Why? Why was my grandmother's life shaped by violence? To answer this question, I turned to history. Through Netflix documentaries, school projects, and research, I spent time trying to connect different events, learning how one nation's decisions contributed to another's struggles. What once felt like a test of memorization turned into something deeper. My grandmother's tales had recounted the resilience of families. I realized that what sparked my interest wasn't just my curiosity about my native land, but how historical events impacted communities. This newfound perspective changed the way I approach and share history. I started studying the effect that historical events had on ordinary people, from political polls, migration trends, and protests. History stopped being a subject I had to learn, but rather a tool to understand humanity. Therefore, when this realization caused me to excel in my history classes, I joined AP Help Club at my school, where I tutored underclassmen and shared my perspective. Rather than simply reviewing notes, I encouraged them to dig deeper and reflect on the lived experiences behind events. For example, instead of just knowing the causes of the Great Depression, I suggested considering how it affected families and changed communities. By making history feel personal, I watched students who once struggled with the subject become more engaged with curiosity. History is not just about learning about the past, but understanding the present. I plan to use the empathy and critical thinking that I developed with history to bridge the gap between facts and lived experiences and apply these lessons to today's world. In college, I hope to humanize history for others by sharing my perspective, making it easier for those who struggle with understanding it. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you very much. Can we have Brianna Torres Cabrera? Congratulations.
Okay, my name is Brianna Torres Cabrera, and I'm going to be reading my essay. So, I am the oldest child as well as a first-generation student. I have always had to work twice as hard as others. I do not have anyone to turn to or ask, as I am the very first. I have to shout to let my voice be heard. I come from a low-income, underfunded, and underrepresented community. My high school is a Title I school where 88% of the students are at an economic disadvantage, myself included. A small percentage of students go on to get higher degrees. Despite my disadvantage, my goal is to achieve higher education and open doors for myself. In attempts to get more students going to college, my high school made a dual enrollment program with the local community college called Middle College. The purpose of the program is to help bridge the gap towards higher education. This program was the exact door I needed to open. I applied and got into the program, which allowed me to start taking college courses as a freshman in high school. I knew that at 15, this would be my entry ticket towards higher education. I have been able to take college-level courses and get firsthand experience in the college setting. Although the courses were challenging, I have learned personal responsibility and holding myself accountable. College requires responsibility, so getting an early start has allowed me to learn and strengthen my abilities. These experiences have set me up for success by building time management skills and expanding my knowledge beyond high school subjects. I have accomplished Dean's List consistently, proving my dedication to continuing higher education and making the most of this educational opportunity. At the time, I was on track to receive my associate's degrees, and I am happy to say that I did receive my degrees. My challenges do not define me or what I am capable of. I took advantage of an opportunity which has allowed me to go against my odds. Although I could have failed, being the first in my family to go to a disadvantaged school, I took advantage of what was around me and made it work in my favor. Thank you.
Last but not the least, do we have Abdullah here? He told me to put him last. So come on forward. There you go, Abdullah.
I told her to put me last because I was nervous. So please be nice to me. My name is Abdullah Farman. Thank you all for having me here, and thank you to everyone who organized this amazing event. Here's my essay. Mahatma Gandhi's core values of peace, nonviolence, and justice through dialogue rather than force have shaped how I approach conflict in my own life and how I hope to contribute to my community and profession. Growing up in Baghdad during the 2003 war, I experienced firsthand the devastating consequences of violence. I lived through bombings, witnessed death, and saw how the war destroys families, communities, and futures. Those experiences taught me that violence only creates more suffering, and that lasting change can only come through understanding, compassion, and persistence on nonviolent action. Gandhi believed that real strength comes not from the ability to harm others, but from the courage to resist injustice without using violence. This principle has guided me as I rebuilt my life after academic failure, job loss, and health challenges. Rather than responding to setbacks with anger or blame, I have chosen to focus on personal growth, education, and using my skills to help others. I have applied Gandhi's values in practical ways by helping classmates understand difficult cybersecurity concepts, supporting friends and community members with technology challenges, and working to build systems as well at my current job that protect vulnerable patient data and improve healthcare access. In the current global context where conflicts continue to escalate and communities are divided by fear and misinformation, Gandhi values are more important than ever. I would apply his principles of nonviolence and cybersecurity by working to protect critical infrastructure and data without contributing to the militarization of technology. I believe that cybersecurity, which is what I just graduated with my bachelor's degree, I believe that cybersecurity professionals have a responsibility to use their skill ethically to defend rather than attack, and to build systems that protect people rather than harm them. As a first-generation college student, an immigrant, and a father, I'm committed to modeling peace and nonviolence for my children and my community. I want to show that it is possible to overcome trauma, poverty, and injustice without resorting to anger or violence. I hope to use my education in cybersecurity to protect vulnerable communities, mentor other students from underrepresented backgrounds, and contribute to a world where technology serves peace and human dignity rather than division and harm. Thank you very much.
That is inspiring. Thank you so much. So now we come to the acknowledgements. So before we do that, Cecile Bayard, we found your, where are you? Oh, there you are. Come here. Thank you so much. So again, let's see. We are done with that. Do I know how to do this? Let's see.
Podium. On top of the podium.
Okay. Oh, sorry. This one. And this one.
Clicker?
Yeah.
On top of the podium.
Oh, right there.
Oh, there it is. Okay, thank you. Thank you. So yeah, we went through all the scholarships year after year. I'm going to take some time because I think it's important. So many of you here are mentors. So many of you here are volunteers. Oh yeah, I'm very loud. That's why I thought I didn't need one. So yeah, so many of you here are students, scholars, and your families. And we are called San Diego Indian American Society, right? The Indian is just because we started that way. I hope all of you understand that what we're trying to do is start a kind of culture. It's nothing new. This is what all humans are supposed to do. We are supposed to be one human race, right? So the whole idea is not to see racial, bias, race, religion, color. All this is real nonsense, ultimately. The world, as big as it is shrinking fast. We are living through some awful, awful times. And like both the guests of honor spoke so beautifully and vividly, telling you that it is really up to us, right? And we can do this in so many ways. Some of us might be quiet, some of us might be very vivacious and open to talking. But ultimately, we have come to a point, not just in this country, I think in the world, where we need to speak up, where we need to stand up. And there is power in that. There's real power when we all do that, right? When we have the goodness in our heart, why should we keep it closed, right? So that's part of the thing. And one of the reason I brought that up is the person who's we've never given out these these certificates before. Is Sharon Harabu here? Well, come on forward. Can we have Ramesh and Manish, could you please do the honors? The reason I'm talking about this young man, they're going to give it to you, is because I've known him for a long time, since he was a little baby, to be honest, right? That's not the reason he's getting this recognition. No matter what he's doing, he's always doing it with a big smile. Right? Please sit down, right? Always doing, and then any activity, anything you ask him, he's sure, auntie, I can do that. And he's extremely talented. He's a whiz at tennis, and he can tell you so much about all the different projects he's involved in. But he doesn't really care whether you give him any credit for that. He's been doing this since 2023, am I right? Yeah. And has never bothered about trying to get a name for himself or look good. And what I've realized is I have a lot to learn from this young man. And all of us, he's just a youngster. I think each one of us, if we took our lives and see what we can do to pay forward without that expectation of reward in return, that would start that trend. And I think humans are very capable of this, and we should be doing that. So let's have a thunderous applause for Sharon Haravu. Thank you so much. And I have to mention, there are so many other youngsters and other adult volunteers without which we cannot do this. We're not calling them all out right now because we do not have the time, because we need to take pictures. But this entire thing is done on the basis of volunteers, of mentors who put in hours and hours and hours of work because they think, we do not know you from before, except me and a few of us. But then we really believe in what you're going to be able to do to the world. Okay? Let no one, I think both the speakers came out and told you that. Don't let anyone hold you back. Know who you are and just go forge forward, right? And so make sure that you always build a network to help you do that, right? And that's partly why we have the mentorship also, right? So let's go on to the next one. Yeah. So some of our other young volunteers, we do not have the entire team here today, but we have Sharon Haravu, of course. Resha Khara, are you here? So we have a bunch of youngsters. In the past, we've had almost 45 of them. Resha Khara, Riya Sharma, Anika Nayak, Riya Ovalikar, Karina Nirula, and then among the young adults, we have Carla Hansen. Carla, where are you? She's probably busy out there setting something up. So this is this young person. She works in UCSD, and she's not Indian, but she does everything. So there's no reason to all of you to believe that you cannot be part of SDIAS. Once you leave this hall, if you want to be part of our organization, I think Alexander already told me that a couple of times. I'm so proud. He's been helping me set this whole thing up today. So all of you who are interested in being part of this movement, it's not an organization, it's a movement. Please join us. Please contact us and join us, okay? So, all right. So, and then we have Carla Hansen, who's busy setting up the reception. Kirti Tadimeti, are you here? Okay, she's not here. Sadhika Kumar, Nivedita Ratnakar, and Yogita Shastri. Thanks to all of them. And I see a couple of faces here. Olivia Hansen, she's pretty busy out there. Padmini Venkatachar, Carla Hansen, Maya Pai, Kiran Shelat, who's one of our board members, Kumar Gowda, who's been doing this for every program we ever did, Shubha Nitin. I have no words to say about how much I appreciate each one of you. Kirti Tadimeti, Devang Thakur, who's also a board member. Where is he? There he is, yes. Devang Thakur. Ram Seshan, he's busy doing the videos. Thank you so much. And Vijay Gowda, Vijaya Shankar, and Raj Kanaya, who's also on our board. He couldn't be here today. Sunita Badada, Sadhika Kumar, Nivedita Ratnakar, Revati Subramanya, who's busy getting the food over here. Nitin Ravinder, Jeff Brayman, are you here? So all these are people who've been working on this for a long, long time. Simrita Dheer, again, one of our board members. Retna Pulikinotu, Yogita Shastri. So as you can see, it takes a village to get something like this done, right? So what I'd like to say is thank you all of the mentors. Some of the mentors are also volunteers. Thank you so much, mentors, for your awesome, energetic participation. I was bugging them day and night, and some of the students haven't turned up. I think what we're trying to do is make sure you have a network, right? Like I said, I think a couple of you told me that you did not hear what is happening, and some of you came late. So I'll just repeat this. This is a very nascent, the mentorship program is very, very, very nascent, right? But what we're trying to do is offer a kind of a network that is free to you, and it won't be just one or two people. It'll be teams of people. It may be a team of 10, 15, 20 people in each area of reference, right? It could be, let's say, nursing. It could be occupational therapy. It could be medicine, whatever it is, right? It could be digital technologies, whatever it is. In each field, we want to offer you some level of help, whatever we can do, right? So at the end of all this, when you go back home, if you have some questions about the program, you're welcome to text or email me and ask me, right? So, all right. So, the next one. Yeah. A big thundering applause for Dr. Sarah Federman and to Jai Bhagat. And somebody who's not here is a little bit, a few hundred miles away. Our founder, Dr. M.C. Madhavan, is just, he's one of the biggest movers and shakers. So I wish he was here to talk to you too. Very special thanks. Manish, would you like to address this to Dr. Darren Q? Okay, so we'd really like to thank Dr. Darren Q, the Dean of Joan B. Kroc School of Peace Studies, University of San Diego. Did you all like this location, this venue? Isn't it just beautiful? So we are so lucky to get this place, and I almost want to come and work here. It's so beautiful, or go to school here. So Alexa Darby, who was the executive assistant to the dean, and so she's helped us all the way through. Brian Hine, are you here? Oh, I think he must be somewhere here. Thank you so much for such a seamless and incredible help with the audiovisual technology here. Alejandro, where are you? Alejandro, are you here? There you are. Thank you so much. And to Rob, to Shilpa Pradana, our photographer here, to Ram Seshan for the videography, and to the Sanidly Vegetarian Cuisine, which hopefully you'll be eating in the next few minutes. I think that's about it. So that's a wrap, folks. We finished early because we want to take pictures of you. So remember, together we can and we must. There's no more waiting, okay? Thank you so much. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and please stay back for the reception. If you can all come up here, we'd like to take a few pictures. And then we'll be taking pictures outside too. And I just want to let you know, Alex and Rob are here because they'd like to interview a few of you. And I'll be telling you which ones. We just need a few of you to interview. And once you're finished with all the photographs, you can come out and I'll talk to you about that. Yes? Thank you. Come on.
So group photo we've already taken. So
Some, yeah, now we'll just take a few.
So do you have do you want to take photo of all of them together one more time, or just segregate them?
All of them.
Okay.
All of them, and then I'll quickly segregate them.
Okay.
Because they're all here anyway.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
Nice to meet you. I'm Brianna.
Nice to meet you. I'm Bryce.
Nice to meet you.
Do you know where you're living or dorming?
I'm gonna be in Blackpool. Yes, my roommate, I think she's like second that's what it's called. And so she got priority, so.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. What are you living?
Unit 2.
Unit 2?
So
Okay.
Not bad, but.
It could have been, I heard Unit 3 is the worst. What major are you?
Economics and political economy.
Okay, what college is that?
That is in science.
Oh, we're in the same college then.
What are you majoring in?
Bio.
Oh, nice.
Okay, that's good.
Yes.
Good to know more people.
Exactly.
There's hardly anyone I know going up there. I know one girl from my school going.
Same. He's my roommate, so.
Oh, really? That's so cool. No, I met her online.
Great. That's great. Well, can I get your Instagram?
Yes.
Each other. Is it Berkeley doing like a get together soon for somehow? I got an email about that.
On what? Your birthday or your regular email? Yes, I'll accept you like crazy.
Yeah. Sure. So after San Diego City College District, which is Miramar, Mesa, and City College, we'll have Grossmont. Is Southwestern still here? Oh, okay. So you're going to be special. Yeah, one more picture, one more picture. Abdullah, get in the photograph. Are we done? Thank you. Can we have Grossmont up on stage? You can use that as a backdrop. Can we have pictures of Grossmont? Shilpa, are you here? There, okay. Oh yeah, I told them to stay. Okay. Can the AVID group get ready? AVID, AVID group, next. You want to give me a call? Oh, 1 second. So can I have an AVID, right? The AVID group, AVID and then college bound. With the, is college bound next? College bound folks, can you go up forward? So some of the students, you wanted me to send the names. I didn't do that.
No, you can send them in.
Any. Okay. But because you said 6 of them, so yeah.
रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन
Smile, folks, smile. Anthony's finally got a smile on his face.
राजा राम पतित पावन सीता
Awesome. Are we all done? Okay. Brian, can we have the music off? He's going to do the interviews. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, and pretty soon we're going to have some of you interviewing. Can we start with you?
Oh, sure.
Yeah? Okay. So, Alex, you can start. Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah. I'm going to send you 1 second. I'll be right back.
Just send them in here. We'll be down
Okay. So, also Manish and Sabur. You got Sabur?
So we'll probably get him outside.
Yeah, he's just an amazing man.
Yeah, I think
he and his wife.
He's worthy of like doing a sit-down interview.
Yeah.
Yes. He has the whole history.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you would.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And for
So you're talking Sabur?
Yeah. He's the founder?
No, Sabur Garg is one of our donors. Beyond that, he and his wife are just amazing. Kindest. Very short. He was doing. I'll bring him up. Sure. So you need 5 more students, am I right?
Yeah, about there.
All right, you're just going to talk to me. Unless you want to talk to Alex, you want to ask questions? Sure. Someone to talk to. So we're going to start with your name. So
Hey, Sak. Reception, ma. Eat something and go, Vasalirk, yeah. It's already started. Yeah.
So tell me about. So I branding and everything, lighting's here.
Yeah, would you like this to stay up for a little while?